Hello. I'm Becky.
My name is Chris.
We'll tell the whole world
My name is
what your
Chris.
name
Yeah,
is.
Chris.
It's raining really
yeah, it's
bad.
raining real bad.
We just left McDonald's. And it wasn't like, thank goodness we left.
We always leave.
said,
We always leave it.
right before it starts.
I swear, it's like
What?
I don't. You know what I mean? Like
Right before we leave, it always rains. Every time.
yep.
Every time.
Every time.
I don't know if I want to take this jacket off yet because it's kind of cold in here. It is.
It is. It left a little bit because it got rained on a little bit, babe.
Well, yesterday it was nice, somewhat nice, right?
Mhm.
But it was it raining? It wasn't raining, huh? No.
No.
I think you can see our breath in here. Probably not. It looked like it.
Oh shit! Yeah. I'll see y'all.
It's gonna be what, 87% rain. I don't know where this rain came from, and I don't know where the cold came from because it has been very nice all last week, and now it's hell again.
That it is.
Hell! Oh, and then next door is the hotel that I was mentioning about in one of my videos. And every single morning, every single night around 2 or 3, and then in the afternoon or evening, they have this stupid noise that's next door. What are you doing?
Looking down at the bottom.
That makes a noise that sounds like a gunshot or something, but it's so freaking loud and it's so freaking annoying. And I keep stating this, I can't wait to get out of this rinky-dinky, stupid tinty.
Stupid tinny is right.
It's getting on my nerves. I wish I had a show where I could do a challenge for people who you have to find a way or somehow to go to the bathroom, which we already know how to do that. We don't do it out here. We have restaurants and stores that we go to. Well, I just told them what, I shouldn't have done that.
No, but a lot of times we're a good 500 yards from anything. So
Yeah.
if you got to take a due, we got a pot right back here on the corner, back corner out here. Go on in there, put your ass down, take a shit. Be done with it.
I don't do that. That's gross.
Well,
You know what? I just now thought of something.
what?
Lightning. Is it okay if we're in here?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're not around.
There's metal.
No matter, babe.
Oh my god.
That was some gay ass lightning earlier. I was like, what the hell?
Well,
Freaking
let's
lightning,
see.
lightning, damn it.
We're going to be filming this, and so while it's raining, and so if lightning strikes, then you'll know what happens to us. There you go. I don't want lightning.
But we're about 25 meters across from some boneheads over here.
What's bonehead? Bonehead?
All these people that you hear the other night when that guy was yelling at that girl the other night. You didn't hear
Tell
that?
them about it.
Yeah, god dang.
Tell them about it.
He said, "Look, bitch."
Tell them about it. Don't.
No, he was cussing her, man.
No, babe. No, he's talking about a night that was like weeks ago, babe. That was like a couple of weeks ago. This guy and this girl gets out of their car, and it's probably about 2 in the morning.
Yeah, and he starts cussing
And
her, yeah.
yeah, and he starts screaming at her and screaming at her, saying, "Don't you ever do that again, cheat on me," or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it was so weird because after he was yelling with her, she was like, "Get away from me, get away from me." And then I think he ended up going inside the hotel, and then she ended up staying right next to the fence, and there's a pool right there. But the moment she was like saying get away, we heard that noise of a gunshot, you remember? And went bam, bam. But thank goodness she wasn't hurt, because it wasn't that. I think it was a plastic trash can that when the wind blows, it lifts it up and it slams back down. So it sounds like a gunshot.
She cheated on him is what the deal was.
I know, but there was no,
No, you know what? You picture, you know.
Oh, let's don't go into that detail.
Yeah, let's don't.
Yeah.
I've already been there and done that, you know.
And we're not going to look back at that, are we?
There's nothing to look back at.
It's stupid.
It's retarded.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane.
If you want to be single and play around, then be single and play around. Don't be with somebody, okay? That just hurts everybody. It turns in fights. It's ridiculous and
rubs everybody the wrong way.
I know, but then everything might turn a major
360, yeah.
Bad way.
Yeah, I know.
That we don't want to talk about.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm talking about like people getting hurt and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Stupid shit.
That's what it sounded like that night when the dude was like, "You can."
I know, but he ended up going inside and he didn't.
Did he? He was like, "You."
He left her outside and he went inside and he never came back out. And I heard her on the phone for a long time talking to somebody. I don't know.
Oh my god.
And
he was loud when he got out of his vehicle.
Oh, okay. Let's tell him. It's dripping in here.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not bad.
Okay, let's tell him when we first got here.
When we first got here?
Yeah. We were debating on whether we should pop the tent up or not, because it's still a open area where everybody can see us.
Yeah.
And we really didn't want that, because we thought that in the middle of the night
we're 200 yards. Yeah, we're 200. We're 200 yards away from
the highway.
Well, yeah, and then we're about another 175 over this way.
From the freeway.
So nobody can really excuse me.
There's a hotel. I'm sure they can see us. They have windows right there facing at us. And then right across right here. Wait, I'm backwards now.
No,
this
right
way?
Here. Yeah.
Ahead of us is a big, huge chemical plant. And they're open all week except for the weekend. And our tent faces right at them. So it's not like they can't see us at all. You know, and we're constantly going out and in and out and in. And so, thank goodness they haven't said anything, and we don't bother them, so they don't bother us, and it doesn't irritate them from seeing a tent right here. It's the only one, you know. And it's a clean, like I've showed y'all before. It's clean around here. It's not dirty. It's not gross. It doesn't smell. I just don't like the creepy noises at night, because it wakes me up at night, and I'm like, Chris, do you hear that? Is somebody walking next to us?
Yeah, I know.
Like, what is that? And then we had to pause for like 5 minutes to make sure that's not what it is, you know. That freaks us out. But we've gotten so used to that now. It's been almost, we're fixing to go into 2 months of being in this pathetic tent. And yeah, I understand. At least I have something over my head, but it's not something that I want. It's not a permanent thing. I want a house. I want a roof, not plastic, you know, and get wet and be cold. I'm basically outside. If I didn't have this around me, or actually if I didn't have the rain tarp on us, we would actually be pretty much like outside.
Oh, forget that, yeah.
You know?
That's why this thing right here is out leak pipe.
Yeah, we had the tarp over it.
Mm-hmm.
And the spacer. Oh, and then we found a big, huge tarp, which y'all did see. I was gonna go back and pick it up, because I knew that it was gonna rain, but Chris thought that it wasn't gonna rain or be cold, and I was like, I'm telling you, it's going to rain and it's going to be cold. I promise you. No, we don't need it. We don't know where it's been. It's probably filthy and dirty, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm looking down at it and it doesn't look dirty and it doesn't smell. And, well, we were going to use it. Well, actually, I was going to use it to put over this so we'll have even more protection and more warmth and no wind or no air will come through, you know. And so I just didn't get it. And then we came back. Well, we walked back, right? We did see it again, right? No, we didn't see it. We didn't see it when we came back because I was talking about people littering and throwing their trash everywhere. And so it's so funny because after I finished that video, we finished walking to go to McDonald's, and then when we came back from McDonald's and we walked in the same area, the tarp was picked up, which was funny. But I think somebody picked it up because it was in very, very good shape and there was nothing wrong with it. Remember? Okay, so for weeks there wasn't anything strange going on at all until, I'm trying to think of the first one. What was the first one that kind of creeped us out?
Hearing noises and stuff like that.
No, the second one. I already talked about that. The other thing.
You don't know if you're being watched out here or not.
Yeah, that's true.
If you are being watched,
they're not going to bother you.
yeah, they're not. No.
But still,
It freaks you out.
yeah. You're still like, If I'm sound asleep, like
Throw your head up high, though. What's up,
well,
gangster?
my thoughts were, but I really don't want to say because it freaks me out because I'll have nightmares. One thing freaks me out if somebody, because you can actually drive through here. They have, well, you know, city workers come through here and they mow and everything. So, like, that freaks me out. Like, if somebody comes and hauls ass and wants this, you know, there's evil people like that will do that, you know. But that's just my thoughts, you know. And then another thought was, someone walking around the tent and going, "Hello, who's in there? Anybody in there?"
So you heard that?
No, I'm saying I don't want to hear that.
I hear stuff around like at night.
Walking around here?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I'm so glad you haven't told me because, oh my God. I did have a whole bunch of stuff around here, but we end up trying to pack a whole bunch of stuff in one tight bag so that we wouldn't have tons of bags.
Somebody knocking on somebody's door.
Tons of bags. It's the big trucks going over the bridge. No, that, and another one, them unzipped like us if we were in a deep sleep and we didn't hear it until they got it almost all the way open, the door that has the zip on it. Like if they did it really, really slow.
I've looked up a couple of times and thought I seen somebody standing there and then just turned around, you know?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Are you serious?
Yeah, dude.
You really saw somebody.
This just wears my mind.
Oh my God. Babe, don't trip me out.
Babe, I'm not.
I don't like stuff like that. That really, especially, have y'all seen movies? Is there a movie that has where people are sleeping in a tent? Yeah. And then, who is it? Not Freddy. Who is it? Michael Myers, and he comes and he slams down his...
Yeah, baby, but that's no.
I know it's not going to happen, but still, it freaks me the hell out.
It does.
And I don't like it.
Sometimes when those lights come on, I'll see something, you know, it feels like somebody's going to walk up to the thing and try to, but it's not.
Oh, God. Okay. There was another time, remember when we woke up Was it in the morning? Huh? It was in the morning, and we decided to go a different way instead of the way that the first couple of weeks that we went to. We went around, I think, if y'all remember, there's, what do you call that? Floodgate or whatever? And we walk across that and we go back this way to go to the stores and restaurants. But this time, we decided to get dressed. This is the first time that we went. And we decided to go take it to the right instead of the left. And we noticed that there was 2 blankets and there was 2 cartons of milk, right?
Yeah, and some kind of milk or some kind of milk. I don't
There
know.
was 2 milks.
I know it's
Just
kind of
regular milk.
Was it? Looked like it
Yeah.
was dairy milk or something.
No, it was brand new. Somebody had just bought it, and I think it was in the middle of the night because we didn't hear them. But there was 2 blankets and then 2 things of fresh milk, and it was still cold. Remember? And we're like, are they giving this? Who's coming over here and giving us this stuff? You know, we thought it was for us, and I was like, I'm not going to touch it. You know, I just going to look at the expiration date, and it was still good. And then we came back, and the milk was still there, and so we just left it because maybe we thought somebody forgot their stuff when I guess they were sitting out at the time, which is kind of creepy because it's kind of right across from where we have our tent, and there's the water and the kind of like a road thing right there. And I was like, okay, why is this milk here, you know, and in a blanket, and where did it come from, and whose was it, and was it 1 person? Was it 2 person? How did this all of a sudden just show up, you know, without us? I mean, we're out of our tent a lot, and we do leave a lot, and then when we come back, we try to notice like new things around our surroundings so that we'll know if somebody's been here or not. So we didn't see any of that, but when we came back, the blanket, it was in the same spot.
Yeah,
huh?
the eggs had been moved.
No, not yet. No, not yet. There was a blanket and 2 cartons of milk, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was still the same way, so we didn't touch, we just left it. Then when we woke up, remember when we woke up, there was, the blanket was thrown across the other side of the field.
Right.
There was 2 milks, and then there was
2 eggs.
2 eggs.
Cartons.
Yeah, 2 eggs, cartons of milk.
Cartons.
Eggs, and those were fresh, and those were cold then too.
I don't know who the fuck was eating that.
That was when we got up the second day to leave, and we're like, we don't hear anybody, which is really weird. And we're out here all the time, and we never see anybody ever come over here. The only people that we see are the mowers that mow the grass. And we're like, okay, this is kind of weird, but all right. And then we left. We came back. It was still there, so we just left it. And then the 3rd day, we got up, and there was another carton, 2 more cartons of eggs, right? Yeah, 2 more cartons of eggs, and they were all piled up. And that blanket still was thrown away. I mean, not away, but on the other side. And we're like, no, we're not going to touch that. Oh, no. But everything seemed to be fresh still because it was still kind of cold at the time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't raining.
They were a little bit more.
No, there was 1 carton that was broken. The shells were broken, remember?
Yeah, they were in a different league than we were.
What does that mean?
They were just.
Different league?
Yeah, like they were.
You talking about produce?
No, I'm talking about like the way how they.
Set things up?
Yeah, and like.
But it's we. Okay, but the thing is, you're not looking at it as my perspective. It's weird. Like, we haven't seen anybody. So how did that appear there without us hearing them being there? So, you see what I'm saying?
You know that ditch we crossed when we walk from McDonald's? You know that ditch right there that we go across the street and we walk across it? That's where they lay at, right there.
Who lay?
That ditch follows all the way around here. All the way from that crawfish place, McDonald's.
Yeah.
That ditch leads all the way back this way.
No, you can't walk from.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you
Yes,
can't.
you can.
Remember, because there's woods right there and there's a building right there blocking all that. You can't do that.
Oh.
There's the Kroger's and there's there's Kroger's and then there's that that hotel. Remember? And we try to go that way. Remember? Okay, let's back up a little bit. Okay, so let's go back to, we've been here for 3 weeks, okay?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we've been here for 3 weeks, okay? We haven't heard anybody, we haven't seen anybody except for workers that are across the street right here, and they can see us perfectly. There was one morning that we did wake up and we saw 2 couples. They were sleeping underneath the bridge, remember?
Yeah.
And they had made themselves a campfire. I thought you couldn't do that. I thought the whole grass was going to burn up because the whole grass was all, it was all dry and everything. And we saw them. Did we pass them up? Or did they get up and hurry up and leave? I think we passed them up, and then we came back and they were still there.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like maybe a week later that we saw them again, but we were already walking ahead and we didn't notice them behind us, and all of a sudden we heard, "Hey, hey," and we ignored it, and then they said it again and they were like, "Hey, hey." And I turned around and it was the girl and the guy that was sleeping underneath the bridge, and they're like, "Oh, don't worry about us. If you, we wanted to make sure that y'all aren't scared or freaking out because y'all think that we're following y'all." And she goes, "We're not following y'all. We're gonna go and get our stuff." They hid some stuff over here in the woods, so they hurried up and grabbed it. And then after they grabbed it, they went back, right, to their place where they were standing underneath the bridge. And then they probably sat there for like an hour or so. And then there was another time that we came around the corner and we saw them again. And this time they walked across this way, and they just kept going and kept going the way that the other direction that we usually like to go now. Let's see. There was another time. You tell them about the time about those fishermen people.
Yeah.
But no, you got to tell them the guy in the truck came first.
Yeah.
And then the.
Yeah, the truck came. The guy came. Yeah. He wanted to know if I wanted to smoke. He set out his truck. He said, with his pipe, he goes, "Want some?" I was like, "No." And I told him no. I did tell him that. And he goes, "That's all right." And I said, "No, do what you do." And he asked him what he was doing. He said that they were catching this fish on each side of this pond.
And did they catch any?
Yeah, he did.
How big?
Little snappers.
There's little snappers in there?
Mm-hmm.
Is it fresh though? It looks like milky, chocolatey water.
He backed his truck up. I didn't even hear his truck pull up over there.
But that was when he was by himself,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. And he goes, and I was like, "No, dude."
Did he really?
Yeah. And I said, "No."
What was he smoking?
And he goes, "Okay then, man." I was like, "Go ahead, do what you do, dude." I said, I don't I'm gonna smoke after you, but I ain't gonna tell you that. You know what I mean? Fucking. But no, he did. He had his truck backed up here. He stood up for like 30 minutes before he left.
Backed up where?
Backed up here, had his ass sitting that way.
Wait, past the tent?
Going that way. He was sitting there, yeah.
Where was I?
You were sleeping, baby.
Wait, I'm confused now. If this was open, I would be able to see him straight ahead?
Yeah, backed up sideways. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this way.
No.
Oh,
he,
okay.
he was like that earlier.
Oh, he was?
He'd come around that way
How did we not hear him earlier? That's creepy.
because he drives it back off in the damn roads back there.
I know, but how could he go back that far? Because there's a big ditch. You wouldn't be able to drive, remember?
Back there? Nah, he could get through it.
No, he couldn't. Are you talking about the way that we go to Whataburger?
Nah, he would.
That's what I'm talking about right
Oh
there.
yeah, he couldn't get through that. No.
And then he came back again, and it was him and some other guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then they tied a string to the concrete and banged it down and tied it and put it, I don't know what they were fishing for. I mean, did they have a net? They could have gotten crawfish, because I saw crawfish the other day looking in the water. And his hands were going, it backed up. I wanted to video it so bad. It came up and it was going, backing up. Okay, so he came by himself the first time. Then he came back again with his buddy. And then he came back again because he had to come and get his line. And then after that, haven't seen him again. Creepy. Okay, and then of course we see the mower, so that's not creepy. Oh, we did see